If you ended up on this page, then that means you are interested in learning my ombre brow technique. Maybe you are already a permanent makeup artist with a few years of experience and you're looking for continuous education to improve your patterns and your technique and your retention. Or maybe you're somebody that's never touched a permanent makeup machine, but you have friends that tell you you'd make a great eyebrow artist. This class is designed for anybody who shares the same excitement and the same obsession that I have with eyebrows. Before I tell you my favorite things about this class, I want to take a quick second and introduce myself. I will be your instructor in the class. I am the founder of the Beauty Institute. My name is Shayal Saeed and I have been doing permanent makeup since 2014. I started off with microblading and then in 2018 I completely ditched the microblade and I switched completely to machine work because I felt like it was nicer for my clients, and I started figuring out ways that had better retention and better texture. I want to share those techniques with you, but first I want you to decide whether you need the tools or you already have everything at home. So you're going to need some silicone skins, we give you practice ink, and we give you the mask P60 machine. So if you feel like these are some of the things that you might benefit from, like an adjustable stroke machine that you can use for fine line tattoos, nano, and ombre, and introductory items that you don't have, then purchase the bundle. Now, if you feel like you have all those things and this isn't something that you'd like to add to your kit, then you can ditch the kit and just purchase the course. Now that you're a little familiar with who I am and you decided if you need tools or you have everything you need already, I'm going to share with you my favorite things inside this class. The best thing about this technique is that you can use it on sensitive skin types that will hold as hair strokes, or skin types that might blur over time. This is a technique that is foundational for all of permanent makeup. The techniques you'll learn in this ombre class can be translated whether you want to work with bigger configurations on lips, whether you are creating, eyeliner and working with smaller needles, or you're creating nano brows. And the best part is, while this class introduces you to the most foundational parts of permanent makeup, it's also going to teach you a technique that is the easiest technique to learn. It's easier than nano brows, it's easier than microblading, and it looks extraordinarily beautiful. I've seen people grow over 300,000+ followers just doing ombre brows. I've seen people grow into 7-figure businesses with just ombre brows. So ombre brows can be such an amazing solution for your clients because they are so vast and can cover most of the skin types, and you can really play around with the technique that I show you by taking hair strokes, placing them strategically either in the front of the brow or at the end of the brow. So we're mixing this hair stroke knowledge with a beautiful way of stippled pixels that cover in the brows in a sheer, beautiful way. I don't like boxy brows. I don't like oversaturated brows. I'm a fan of beautiful natural eyebrows. So if you feel like you and I share the same obsession and the same taste for natural, pretty eyebrows, then I am confident that you will enjoy this class. Now, the most important part that I made sure that we offer is feedback on your work, because there's really no point of taking this online class or taking any online class if the instructor isn't able to look at your work and circle what you're doing right and circle what you're doing wrong and give you feedback and show you how to improve. Because if you don't know how to improve, then what is the point of taking any sort of information? You're not having just anybody tell you if you're doing something right or wrong. I've literally serviced thousands of clients before, and I know exactly what you're doing wrong when you do it and how you do it, and I tell you exactly how to fix it. So there's not a lot of back and forth, but the very things that I do tell you, you find give you huge returns on how you're performing. And I would say a superpower that I've gained in the past 5 years is that when you submit your work to me, and even if you don't label it, I know exactly why you made your mistakes, with what and how, and I give you the solution to fix it. Even if you've never seen me in person, even if we've never met, just by looking at your lines, I am able to know what needle you used, why you used it, what speed you're at, and how we could do better configurations to give you a better result. So feedback is super important when it comes to online education, because if you're just learning and taking in information without executing and getting mentorship on how to improve, there really is no point of calling it continuous education at all. And if you want a full breakdown, lesson by lesson in this class, then when you scroll down, you can hit curriculum and see exactly how we laid out the information. And now, based on all the pictures I showed you and everything you've seen, if you feel like we share the same style, then I'm so happy to help you in this class, and I hope to see you in there.